Hey y'all, what's up? It's your boy Evan here. Welcome to the Cartoon Block, and today I'm going to show y'all how to draw Thanos. I can't wait till this dude comes out. Infinity War, baby. Boom! So let's start with, I like to think of his head as like a block kind of shape. Um, Almost like it's like he's a blockhead, you know. Let's come down here. So you can just start with like a block shape if you want, like a cube almost. I mean, that's basically what he kind of is. And let me go ahead and bring in the camera a little closer so you guys can kind of take a good look at it. I like to do that. Draw in this block shape. Let's see here. And let's see, bring it down, then kind of like cut that almost in half, and that will give me his eye line right here. And then we're going to bring the center line down for this middle of his face. His nose line is very close. He has a very short, nose. It's about here. And then his mouth will be like way down here. So that's how he kind of is. And let's go ahead and outline his brow ridge over here. And just want to be very loose and light, So what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. James, Kevin, what's up? I see a few names in here. I can't address everybody, but thanks for joining. Let's see here. Now with the center line coming down here, we do want to make sure that his eyes, are even on both sides. So let's go ahead, and he has some kind of like crown thing on his forehead. I know Thanos has been drawn many different kind of ways. So these crown things kind of I guess they kind of represent his eyebrows almost. So we'll go ahead and put these in here, and they kind of extend out really far, And I've seen different artists draw them many different ways and stuff. For now, it's going to look like, I don't know, kind of like a crown type thing or head garment or ornament. So tell me, guys, who's your favorite, character from Guardians of the Galaxy? Who's your favorite? Thanos is pretty cool. I hope he's, good in that Infinity War movie. I tell you that. Leave in the comments below and tell me who's your favorite, character from Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's see here. Next, we're going to go ahead and put in possibly, let's see here, the nose. And the nose, it's very short. I'm going to draw it even shorter here. Let me go ahead and quickly sketch it. Have the nostril out this way, and then you draw the butt of the nostril here coming down. And that's pretty much it. Almost like a little pinch in his nose right there. Let's see here. So Brent, you said Thanos hands down. Cool, man. And before we go any further, I want to go ahead and put his eyes in there. We're going to make his eyes these simple triangular shape type things. That's all we're going to do. Thanos doesn't need to have any kind of like other kind of like eyes at all, and no pupils, none of that kind of stuff. And thanks everybody who's sharing the video. Go ahead and click share if you're on a mobile device. That way other people can kind of get it, see it as well, and be notified. So, and that's just his eyes up here. I can make those super white. And they're just basically triangles, guys. That's all his eyes are. They're basically just triangles. You can put a bunch of junk around there if you want, but just make sure his eyes are white. And then we're going to have his nose kind of curve up that way, and then we see maybe a little bit of the other nostril over there, not too much, and then the butt of his nose coming down here. And now for I want to put his cheek in here, and then put some like long wrinkle on the side of his mouth, and then we're going to have this like long, mouth come down. He has this long space between his his mouth, his nose and his mouth right there, okay? So let's see here. Now we're going to put in his upper lip, and I want his mouth to come super wide down here, and then he has this bottom lip down here. So separate the top and the bottom lip right there, And let's see here. Now we're going to have he has a big chin. So his chin, I'm going to bring it down here and then come down this way and make it kind of short. Let's see, and then block off the bottom of his chin here. And let's see here. There we go. I like that. Yeah. So his face is coming together. And then as far as his head ornament, once again, different artists draw it different ways, but I'm going to go with more like the classic comic book style and put a little like curve. He has some like a disc looking thing on the side of his head right there. So let's see here. And then his head comes up here. He has this thick, I don't know, like a gold ornament around the side of the back of his head or something. And I want to put in maybe his head garment. It's kind of like black. It fits around his head. And let's see here. It kind of curves down. I don't know, almost like he's wearing some kind of like hood or something like that on his head. And then he has some goldish thing in the center of his head up here. So it goes straight up his the top of his head up here. And so it kind of goes around and let's see, over to the top of his head. And it has some thickness to it as well. Like I said, you'll see many different artists drawing him many different ways. So I'm just going to kind of take a cheat and just kind of just blend all of it kind of together then. So yeah, I think that works right there. And that's just a quick little, sketch of how you can draw Thanos. Have you guys ever drawn Thanos before? Tell me in the comments. Let me know who has drawn Thanos. I want to hear you guys sound off. Let me know who has drawn Thanos. And thanks again for the thumbs up. I want to bring his cheek out here some more and bring his mouth in just a tad bit some so it's not too far out there. Yeah, I think that looks about right. His lip, bring that down there. Let me fix that edge over here. And then I want his bottom lip to be a little bit more. And it won't be Thanos unless it has the actual the things on his lip. So I'm gonna put one out here, come down, go out, and then come down there. One out here, go down and come out. And I'm not sure how many does he have of these things going down his jaw, or his lip rather, and then one maybe thin this way, almost going around. So, and that would be him. And let's see if we can kind of put some shadow on this character. So I want to have a light source maybe be behind him or off to the side somewhere. And let's see. And with those eyes in there, let's see if we put the shadow. Let's put some shadow maybe here, on the front of his head, up here. Have his forehead sticking out more to help balance out the drawing. Then we're going to have a lot of shadow underneath his eyes right here. Okay, that makes him a lot more mysterious and a lot more evil looking. All right, and then we're going to have some shadow. Let's see, under his nose. He'll have a cast shadow going this way. His nose will cast a shadow. Okay, then we'll have shadow underneath his cheek area here. Let's see if I can get his cheek out this way. And that will cast a shadow. I'll bring his head garment piece back a little bit more. Let's see, that way we'll put the shadow underneath his cheek right there. This little wrinkle on the side of his face, that will be in shadow. And that will kind of carry down over here, which will lead into the bottom part of that being in shadow. This is in shadow. Now the top part of his chin will be in light. So we'll leave that in light. Then I will give the rest of this shadow underneath his lip right there. And then shadow underneath his chin right there. As you guys can see, you see how it's kind of coming together now. And I want to have his jawline going back. So let me erase that. That kind of looks like scribble scrabble back there. So you guys drawing along with me, or what you're doing out there? What y'all doing? Let's see here. And now I'm going to switch over to my Pigma Sensei, my Sakura Micron Pigma Sensei. And let's go ahead and get that started. So go ahead and let's see here. What can I do next for it? Let's see. Go ahead and start darkening in certain things. All right. And this is the fun part that I like. I like darkening in certain things with like my inking tools. It just kind of accentuates, you know, the body more. All right. And the forms and the shadows and things like that. In fact, let me use a little bit thicker one, just slightly thicker. And let's see here, make sure I don't get my caps and stuff confused. Let's go ahead and put one darker under there, one darker under here. And I do want those eyes to be accentuated, you know. I'm going to kind of like draw these like maybe cracks underneath his eyes. It's kind of like, best if I do it with the other one. So, let's see here then. Get some cracks. Thanos, he's in need of some makeup. He needs to use some Dove soap. He got cracks under his eyes and, you know, kind of makes him look more rugged and worn, and he's been fighting war. He had a tough childhood. You know, his parents are divorced, and he's just mad at the world. So, and now let me go ahead and start putting in more shading and more shadows underneath here. And this is just more shadow under there, more shadow here, more shadow underneath his cheeks over there, more shadow underneath that, what do you call it, the wrinkle, and more shadow this way. Thank you, Oliver. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad my art is inspiring you guys. Let's see here. His head garment piece, I'm going to have it connect. Honestly, I have no idea how his head garment looks, so I have no idea. Now I'm going to turn the page so I can go ahead and get his mouth in there. So his upper lip will be in shadow, all shadow right there. And then his lower lip, you know, all this will be in shadow right here. The shadow down here on the bottom. Let's see here. And then shadow, I'm still just sketching it out and going for it. So more shadow there. Like I said, his upper part of his chin will be in shadow too. So let's see, and that will carry on over there. That's in shadow. So what do y'all think so far? Is it looking like Thanos? Is it, you know, do you like the way it is? And then the front part will all be in shadow as well. The front part of his headgear, his crown or headgear, I'm not sure what you call it, that would be in shadow. And then this part over here would be in shadow as well. And when you're doing your just so you know, when you guys are drawing your characters and sketching in the render marks and the shading like I'm doing right now with the inking tool, try to keep all your ink lines going the same way. All right, try to keep them all, you know, going the same direction. All right, that's what you want to definitely try and do. I want to put more shadow underneath his eyes. It just makes him look that much more mysterious and scary and stuff like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and accentuate that little dip, the philtrum on his mouth right there. And I'm going to just add some more, like maybe some cuts and marks on him and stuff like that. So he shouldn't be looking clean everywhere else, but just kind of just put some more marks in and cut in some marks and things like that, and just make him look just that much more worn, and just some extra divots and scratches in his tough skin, like it's you know, like it could be just more war torn, like he has stone for skin or something like that. Now I'm going back to my thicker Pigma Sensei and kind of putting in shadows just under the most shaded parts, you know, underneath the actual drawing and stuff like that. So You don't want to put this thick line everywhere, but kind of put it in the most, the thickest parts of the actual drawing. So like under his nose, under the lip here on this one side. You don't want to put the same thick line around everywhere. Under that cheek, under there, under here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how it should look. And let's see here. What's up, people? What's up? What's going on? I see some people in the house. Travis, Oliver, you know, what's up? Gustavo, Cornette, you know, Joe. What's going on? Joe in the house. Raphael, Brian, Miguel, Brent. Thanks, everybody. Kevin, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Thanks for you guys who are sharing this video as well. Let's see. Now I want to put some white out and make the drawing actually pop. So let's go ahead and put some white out on his eyes. And here I'm using my Sakura Jelly Roll pen. And you put the white out on there. And you get it on there really good. And once you get it on there, then you can go ahead and use the actual your black inking tool to go ahead and color it in or to shape it and kind of blow it off. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then kind of just shape the actual shape of the white on his eyes and stuff like that. And then just kind of going to add some more render marks, maybe on his head, his earpiece right there, like some like gradient marks or something like that. And let's see here. I'm going to put some more rendering maybe on his, make his crown part just shine more. Like put some like shine on the chrome, you know, over here. Just kind of put a black mark on there and kind of just make it shine, scribble. That's all you have to do with it then. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. And I want to draw, let's see here. I'm going to use like a brush pen to kind of like, I want to kind of mess with that a little bit more. So, and his what do you call it? His, I don't know, his piece that he has over here. Shoulder pads or something. I don't know what Thanos has. You guys know what he has. You know, you guys know what it is. So let me go ahead and just keep drawing this thing, and I'll keep the back part maybe kind of like just open. You don't even have to complete the whole drawing. Okay, just leave it the way it is, and your eye can go ahead and fill in the rest. All right. So if I want to put some more gradients in here, I can with the pencil. Put a little bit more down there and just kind of shade in some more, highlight some more stuff, you know. And let's see here. Michael, thanks for joining the Academy, man. Yeah, we're going to help you step your game up, bro. We're going to help you do that. Michael gets a shout out. Thank you for joining the Academy. So cool, and Michael. And those of you who want to get a free mini lesson, once again, go ahead and go to superherodrawingcourse.com. The link is in the description, superherodrawingcourse.com. And you can start out with my free lesson right there. Okay. So let's see here. I want to go ahead and play around with more of this. And I think that's about it, guys. We're about done. I've been on this call, you know, long enough. And I want to go ahead and just maybe put a few like hash marks and stuff out here, and that's about it for Thanos. I mean, I don't think he needs anything else. You know, he's a man that's ruling the world. If I rule the world. And I want to put a few like render marks maybe over his face here. Oh, one thing I do want to make is these more accentuated. The black marks on his face. Those lines that come down. And then have it going back there. But keep them, the ones that are in the light, keep that kind of like super light. Don't make those too dark. In fact, let me get some white out and kind of cover that one up, you know, a little bit. So you don't have to do that. That's just my own personal take on it then. But that's Thanos, guys. That's Thanos, baby. Thanos, Thanos, Who's excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Who's excited for it? So I know I am. So yeah, so put some more render out here and out there, and I think that's about it then. So guys, that's Thanos. That's my time. I am up out of here. But once again, go ahead and go to superherodrawingcourse.com. Go to it, click the link right now, and you can get my free drawing course. And that's Thanos, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace. And I'm outie. And if you're still having a hard time coming up with your own superhero body, then click the link below in the description and get my free superhero mini course. Get started right now. Don't wait.